Sanje Jodo Soge Chonam Loi Chanju Pado Dane Gyabso Chi Tage Jinso Gebe Sonam Ge Dola Penjire Sanje Dubare Shom Sanje Jodo Soge Chonam Loi Chanju Pado Dane Gyabso Chi Tage Jinso Gebe Sonam Ge Dola Penjire Sanje Dubare Shom Sanje Jodo Soge Chonam Loi Dane Gyabso Chi Dage Jinso Kebe Sonam Ge Dola Penjire Sanje Dubara Sho Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Hyevatat Desham Chayo Niroda Evam Vati Mahashramana Yesva Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Hyevatat Desham Chayo Niroda Evam Vati Mahashramana Yesva Om Yed Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Dathagato Hyevatat Desham Chayo Niroda Evam Vati Mahashramana Yesva. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes as well as taught by the great seer. Okay, this morning what we did is we talked about to bring about the transformation in our mind with respect to expanding compassion, with respect to any practices. We see that what we learned is that the five functions of the mind, referred to as the five mental factors or referred to as the five ever-present mental factors. We need to work on these five. And from what we discussed, if you could tell me that where lies, so all our actions, embracing others unconditionally, or embracing all sentient beings with compassion, or being very selfishly acting. So all these things, on the mental level, where are they operating? On which level? You remember of the five? Intention, on the level of intention. So intention is one which makes you move, embrace all sentient beings with love and affection, where as from the Buddha Shakyamuni is so courageously fought against any form of injustices, the intention to just fight, combat the injustices, and today's holiness, the Dalai Lama, and the making sure that the women empowerment, that Jigmela, last time he was talking about the injustices that you see even in the Buddhist community. So I said that this is only the remnants of the past, our past. Our past is not only the Buddhists, is everywhere in the world male chauvinism. So this is the remnant of that, and of course the society and the religion, they gradually mix together, because the religion has to operate in a society, and the society already has its own the past, the habits. So the male chauvinistic traditions. This is what it is. So, in other words, today is that His Holiness worked so hard to bring about women's empowerment, education for the women, and when he was as young as at 16, he was coronated as the king of Tibet, and at 24, he was given the responsibility of the whole nation. Not because of the goodwill, it's all because of the Chinese. They had to invade and Tibet, and nobody can do anything. And the common people, they think that His Holiness will do something. Of course, what can he do? He's a very young person. And then of course, we have to live within the society, and the society is such that it's already crumbling. So this was, and yet, under such a situation, His Holiness brought about a reformation. So, reformation meaning the past bad habits, His Holiness reformed. His Holiness started what is known as Reform Committee, was started to make sure that all the past, the bad practices in the community, in the Tibetan society, they are being removed. It's amazing. In the world, if you look at the world, we see that these reforms happen because of the people sacrificing their lives. People sacrificing their lives. Not because that the head of the state say that, okay, now we need to reform, and then the reform is done. No. People sacrifice their life, and the democracy today is all because of the war, the fights, civil wars. The wars happening, the commoners, they rebelled, they protested against the rulers, and then this is how the democracy came into existence. Whereas in the case of Tibet, His Holiness extremely compassionately, he started the Reform Committee and brought a lot of changes in the community on his own. Okay, so with this in mind, we say that the good deeds, the good actions people do, the bad actions people do, is all happening on the intention level. And then finally we see that the bad things, if you do bad things, if you are benefited, okay, but it is fine. But in reality, the bad things that we do, bad things are negative karmas, and negative karmas are consequences only miseries. So finally we see that we suffer. Since that we don't want to suffer, if we really do want to suffer in this life, in the future lives, we need to remember, did we do the verse from Arya Nagarjuna, that season comes afflictions here in the class? We did it? I don't think so. Okay, so basically this is a very important part. There's one verse that, let us remember that. For example, say the teachings, correct teaching. What else? Correct teaching, complete teaching, and systematic teaching. This is so precious. And the teachings coming from the great Nadanda masters, such as Arya Nagarjuna, these are extremely precious. They will give us the whole roadmap. What I should be doing, what I should not be doing. All these things which are very clearly stipulated. And for example, like one verse can actually open the whole and the lifelong the practice manual for us. Arya Nagarjuna. Okay, is there anybody who can help us identify this verse? It is in this book, and the same verse. Ceasing of karma's afflictions is nirvana. Karma's afflictions arise from conceptualization of inappropriate attention, which in turn arises from the elaboration, and the elaboration ceases through the wisdom of emptiness. This verse, it is cited in this book minimum 3 or 4 times. If somebody can help me identify where you find it, you find that it is in the minimum cited 3 or 4 times. If somebody can help me identify that. 216, okay. Yes, 216. There are others also. and particularly if from the original source. Original source also here, not just a citation, but original source also here, if you can identify where it is. Okay, if I tell you, it is on page 116. Page 116, verse number 5, and the Kokil, where, which page did you say? 216 is on 216. 116 is the main. 116 is the main source, and 216 is just a citation. It's cited there. Okay, let us turn to whichever page. 116 will be better so that for you, later on, if you want to see where, even this verse, where did it come from, you can track it very easily. The chapter 18, which means are in Nagarjuna's text, chapter 18. So, where it says, the verse number 5, it says, ceasing comes afflictions. Okay, this is the error which always comes, it is very disturbing to me, is that the translation error. Ceasing comes afflictions is nirvana, not leads to nirvana. Just correct it. Just correct it. Ceasing comes afflictions is nirvana. Is nirvana. And karma's afflictions arise from conceptual thought. These arise from mental elaborations grasping to existence. Elaboration ceases by or into emptiness. Okay, let me quickly explain this, and then we'll relate to the 5 ever-present mental factors which we were talking about this morning. Okay, and yesterday during the NIC class, did I touch on this? Yes, also I touched. And some of you were not there for this NS class last night. So I'm going to quickly explain this, very important. Okay. Saying that it says the ceasing of karma's afflictions is nirvana. What's the opposite of nirvana? Samsara. And where is samsara? Where is samsara? Huh? All samsara. Okay, then there's no nirvana, all samsara. Huh? Okay, what is samsara? This is, let us not take for granted, oh, there's samsara, nirvana. But where is samsara? What exactly is samsara? This is something we need to explore. We really need to explore on this. What is samsara? In other words, oftentimes there's a mention that samsara and nirvana, these two are one. Samsara and nirvana, these two are one, right? These two are one. It doesn't mean that samsara is nirvana, nirvana is samsara. There's not a connotation. Oftentimes people, they misinterpret simply by seeing these the lines taught by the great Indian masters. And they say that samsara and nirvana, these two are one. These two are not one. But what does it mean? It's a very profound concept. Samsara and nirvana, these two are indistinguishable, these two are one. For example, let's say that, let's say that group A and group B, we go to Mount Kailash. And let's say that that we go to Mount Kailash, and then the Vikraj tells us that Mount Kailash, there's the glow, the glare from the snow, and we need to use goggles. We have to use goggles to prevent us from the snow glare. And the group A gets the goggles from, what is it, goggles or goggle? Goggles. Group A buys the goggles from a very local shop, where the goggles are not, is very, even the glasses, they are not clean, they're not clear. Whereas group B gets the goggles from what? Japan made, right? High quality, it's crystal clear. And both the groups, we go to Mount Kailash. And then the group A, who said, Oh, people say it's very holy mountain, holy snow mountain, but then what is this, very dirty. And Group B looks at it, wow, it's spick and span clear, spectacular, it's amazing. Okay, what the Group A sees is very dirty, murky Mount Kailash. Group B sees extremely clean, spick and span clear, the Mount Kailash. Are you two seeing the same Mount Kailash, or you are looking at two different mountains? Same mountain. You're getting it? So what Group A sees, the dirty mountain with the Group A sees over Mount Kailash, that is Samsara. The pure mountain, which Group B is seeing on top of the Mount Kailash, that is Nirvana. And you are actually looking at the same object seen in two different ways. This is the meaning of Samsara Nirvana, same. It doesn't mean that what Group A sees is the clean mountain, what Group B sees is the dirty mountain. This is not the meaning of that. It's the way you perceive that. So we look at things from let's say, for example, what decides to see the Mount Kailash is clean or dirty is decided by the goggles that you put on. And likewise, we look at the world. We look at the world through the lens of our own mind. And our mind, if it is dirty, invariably we see the world as imperfect. And whereas if we look at the world through a clean lens of the mind, pure mind, where the negativities are removed, then we see the world as a perfect world. There's nirvana. So we're looking at the same object, same thing, same reality, but one sees as impure, imperfect, that is samsara, and other sees as pure and perfect, that is nirvana. So this is how we understand samsara and nirvana to refer to the same point. Okay, so having said this, we're talking about the 5 points. Ceasing karmas, afflictions is nirvana. Opposite of nirvana is samsara, right? That way we suffer. And the sickness, aging, death, tension, depression, anxiety, all forms of the ill givings, all forms of ills that we experienced, the samsara or suffering. Then this suffering comes from where? This question. Because there's no room for randomness. There's no room for randomness. Let's not forget it. There is no room for randomness. This is very important. So what is the cause of samsara, where the imperfection is there? It is because of the contaminated karma. So it says, ceasing of karmas and afflictions is nirvana. So samsara is given rise to by the karmas, contaminated karmas. The next. And what is cause of contaminated karmas? Again, this is what we are supposed to be inquiring. This is how we need to inquire. So, what triggers the contaminated karmas? Of course, afflictions. Afflictions. For example, yesterday, I was asking you, what am I thinking? I just said like this, and you have no clue. We don't know what you're thinking. And then, the next moment, what I did, I was just looking for something, and finally I grabbed the cup, the glass, and I started. Then I told you what was it thinking. You said you have a feeling of thirst, and you are looking for something. You are in search of something. Your mind is looking for something. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of something to drink. How do you know that? Because that is seen through my physical actions, physical gestures, verbal actions, physical gestures. So from physical gestures, these are actions, karma. So that physical gesture comes because of driven by the mental emotions, attachment, desire, and so forth. So these karmas are the results of the afflictions. So karmas, afflictions arise from the season karmas, afflictions is nirvana. So karmas, afflictions, contaminated karmas arise from afflictions. The next question. Where do the afflictions come from? This next question. For example, say, okay, this flower is so good. When I say this flower is so good, attachment to the flower comes. This flower is so good, attachment comes. So, and this says, and what did the verse say? Season comes, affliction says nirvana. And what is the second line? Hey, what happened? What is the second line? Okay, Shrikant. Okay, karmas and afflictions arise from conceptual thought. If you want to elaborate a little bit, karmas and afflictions arise from conceptualization of inappropriate attention. So this conceptual thought is a very specific conceptual thought, not any conceptual thought. It is a very specific conceptual thought known as the conceptual thought of the inappropriate attention. And this is what we find in the commentary by Bodhisattva Arideva. Bodhisattva Arideva explained it so well in his text, 400 verses. Okay, the Vinay, you want me to suggest some names for the books you want to read? So for that, what I would suggest is that before we leave, before we disperse from on the Buddhapada, I would suggest you to remind us what books to read. So this is one of the books that I would suggest. The title of the book is 400 verses. 400 verses. Okay. So what we said is that the afflictions arise from conceptualization of inappropriate attention. Because the line says that the karmas and afflictions arise from conceptualization or conceptual thought. So this conceptual thought is a very specific conceptual thought, which is conceptual thought of inappropriate attention. And you may be wondering, what is inappropriate attention? So that, don't worry, I'll explain this. And then the next question is, where does the inappropriate attention come from? This is the next question. So it says, it arises, that the third line reads, okay, David, what is the third? Okay, Jimela, what is the third line? It arises from the mental elaboration, the grasping of true existence. Okay. It arises from the elaboration, mental elaboration. That elaboration is the elaboration of self-grasping ignorance. Okay. At least, whether you know the meaning, whether or not you know the meaning, but what is certain about is that you know now what these five are. You identify these. So what is the first one? 5 points are there. First is samsara. What's the immediate cause of samsara? Contaminant karmas. What is the immediate cause of contaminant karmas? Afflictions. What is the immediate cause of afflictions? Inappropriate attention. What's the immediate cause of inappropriate attention? Self-grasping ignorance. Okay, now we need to explain each one of them. Okay, so for this, let me give an example. Let me give an example and then see if you understand this. Okay, let's say that, let's say yesterday, or let's say you fall asleep. You go to bed, you fall asleep, and you start dreaming. Okay, how many have dreamt in your life? Presents? Okay, everyone. Dorji, no dream. But you don't raise hand. Okay, so everyone had dreamed. And Priyanka, dreamt, no dream? Dreamt. And Vigraj? Yes. Okay, we all. How many, tell me, is it that you fall asleep and dream? Or there's a process? There's a process of the formation of the dream. What is that? Instant or there's a process? Gradual. And how many notice that? How many notice this gradual process of the formation of the dream? How many notice that? Okay. Sudarshana, You notice that? Can you explain? Okay. Anyone else? How the dream is being formed. Okay, what I would suggest is that if you can, so tonight, tomorrow, for the next 3 days, what if says you go to bed and don't just keep your mind blank. Instead, keep observing your mind, what's happening, and then what are the indications that happen when you are closer towards having the dream. You're getting it? Okay. How many of you had these sleepless nights once in a while? Sleepless nights, no sleep, you are wide awake. Okay. And do you know that you are so desperate that you are not falling asleep. And then gradually you come to say, okay, now I'm falling asleep. Did you notice that? Now I'm falling. What indications came? What indications did you notice that, okay, now I'm falling asleep? Yeah? Anyone? Yes? Okay, mind singing, that's good, Sonam. And that is a young boy, right? In your 20s. That was in your 20s. That happened when you were in your 20s. Oh, this is the natural law. This is not because of lacking to have the sleep. Soham? Okay. Good. And Georgie? Stages of? Okay. Okay, let's first, we don't know the process of how the dream is formed, right? So let's not talk about that part for the time being, which is even more obscured. Something is actually happening. We know that it's happening, and we don't know the process. We do not notice the process. So I will not explain it. I will not say anything. No comment. I would suggest you to observe it for the next 3 days while you are here. This is just observe it. Just they say you put your head on the pillow and don't think of anything else, or don't stay yourself black out. Simply keep observing your mind, what's going on. So close your eyes and observe what's going on in your mind. Just keep observing it. Okay, how many have been through surgery, full body anesthesia in your life? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, full body anesthesia. When the anesthesia is given, your consciousness, it's not that injection, blackout. No, it's a process. How many notice the process? Okay, yes. What's the process like? Yes. That is when you are still, awake. Then? No. The 5, 6, and then you stopped counting, right? But what's going in your mind? Okay, the Priyanka. Count. Total blank, and then what? Okay, at least the Priyanka felt this total blankness. Okay, so what I'm saying is that so this is a little bit digression. Just fall asleep and check This would be very helpful in the future. In the future, if you succeed in your practice. But the first thing that we need to remember is that the gross minds must be under control. You're getting it? We talk about the subtle mind, how the dream is formed and so forth. The subtle ones to be very realistic. We first need to manage the gross mind's anger, craving. We have to manage these emotions. If we cannot manage these emotions, no point. We talk about tantra, mantra, yandra, indra, and so forth. No point. It's just waste of your time. It's a self-deception. Whereas only when you know that you can manage the gross minds, your anger management, and how you treat your mother. Some people, the moment they go out, they are like divine. They are like, Bodhisattvas. The moment at home, they start fighting. Fighting with the husband, with the wife, with the children, with the parents, or fighting. And how the outside, they are like Buddhas. So kind, helpful, nice talking, everybody loves. The moment they come, unbelievable. You see that the same person behaves very differently. This is where, if this is our attitude, we cannot practice the higher levels of the, people talk about, I receive this empowerment, that empowerment, and so forth. It's just waste of your time. This is known as the secret mantrayana. Secret mantrayana, meaning that this is not to be handled by the small children. For example, the medicines that we take, medicines, there is one common label that you find in all the medicine bottles. What is that label? Anyone? Okay, yes, Sinjala. Keep out of reach your children. You getting it? This label is there. Those secret mantrayana, meaning keep it secret from the ordinary people who cannot manage their anger, who cannot manage their desire, attachment, who don't know how to treat your parents, who shout at the parents. These people cannot manage it. Keep it secret from these people. And yet these people get the tantrayana first. You're getting it? So this is problem. So we need to first learn. In other words, be smart. Be smart. Smart meaning somebody who knows to follow things systematically. You're getting it? Systematic. First learn how to manage the gross emotions. Then go subtler, then try to observe. Once you succeed in a practice, okay, stay away from the 10 non-virtues. Stay away. Did we discuss here? NIC. Okay. Stay away. Okay, we're going to discuss here very quickly. So, say we saw, okay, now let's go back. It's too much digression. Okay, I say you fall asleep. And why am I sharing this about the sleep? Anyone? To explain what? Can somebody connect me back? No? Okay. I'm trying to explain this to explain the 5 points. What are they? 1, samsara. The immediate cause of samsara is Egyptian. What is the immediate cause of samsara? Contaminated karmas. What is the immediate cause of contaminated karmas? Hey, this is Dumla. What is the immediate cause of contaminated karmas? Afflictions. What's the immediate cause of afflictions? Dorji. Inappropriate attention or conceptualization of inappropriate attention, or simply put, inappropriate attention. In Tibetan, tsumi yije namto, tsumi yije. And what's the immediate cause of the inappropriate attention? Self-grasping ignorance, full stop. And some of you may be, what's the immediate cause of the self-grasping ignorance? I know you have these thoughts. Right? Okay. So, if this is your thought, what could be the immediate cause of this? If you go like this, is unending part, is pretty simple. Today, the self-grasping ignorance that we have today is because of yesterday's self-grasping ignorance. And this life self-grasping ignorance is because of the last life self-grasping ignorance. Last life self-grasping ignorance is because of the 2 lives ago self-grasping. This is how we go ad infinitum. You getting it? This is how we go ad infinitum. Okay. Now, I'm trying to explain these 5 points. So just say, imagine that in the dream, you start having a dream, and in the dream you attended the class. In the dream. By the way, how many dreamt the last 2 nights, dreamt of attending class? No one. Okay, which means we are all on holidays, holiday mindset, right? So many people, they say that, many people, my friends, they say that all the dreams that they have related to me is all about, Geshe, you are teaching. Okay, so let's say you're dreaming, and in the dream you are having a class. And in the class, what I do is that I raise my hand, I show this to you. This is, hey, what is this? Huh? Mobile. This is mobile or dream mobile? Hey, you're dreaming. Right? I raise it, and what is that? Jibin, what is it? It dream about, but what will you say in the dream? Mobile. You're getting it? Okay. So, and they say, oh, there's a mobile. Right? And then you look at it very carefully. You see that it is brand new. Hey, Jibin, say it again. Brand new. Jibin's not interested in iPhone. Okay. Brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. You getting it? You look at it, wow, Geshe has a brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. And then each one of you, including Jipin, raise hands. Geshe, can I have my mobile exchange with yours? You're getting it? And then Kokil said that, no. I already told Geshe before he entered the class. Kokil said that. And then 2 of you have fist fight. But the fist fight, police comes. Then you are taken behind bars. Okay, behind bars is what? Prison. Prison is samsara. You're getting it? Samsara. And your mom calls office. Vigraji, where is my daughter? Jipin. Right? Where is my daughter? She's supposed to be calling me, but no call thus far. So last 2 days she called me every day at this time, but she's not calling me today. What happened? Or each one of you, your parents, called Vigraj. And Vigraj, oh, I'm very sorry. I learned that 2 people, they fought in the class. Now they are behind bars. And your poor mother goes to the prison and met you. You went for retreat. You ran for the 37 practice of Bodhisattva retreat, and you end up in prison. What did you do? Right? You did not come to the prison. You came for the retreat. Why you end up in prison? And then you said that, what's the reason? Why you end up in prison? Which is like samsara. Why you end up in prison? Tell me. Why you end up in prison? Huh? Fight for mobile. Okay. So this is my mobile. This is if you just say that this is my mobile, this is your mobile. If you just keep talking like this, police will not arrest you. Only if you have a fist fight. You're getting it? Only if you have a fist fight, then the police will arrest. Fist fight is karma, action, karma. Okay. And you said that, oh mom, I had fist fight with Kokil. Right? So this Japan had fist fight with Kokil. Each one of us fought with Kokil. Why did you fight? You are a very nice girl. You are a very nice boy. Why did you fight? Jibin, why did you fight? Oh, Mom, you will not understand it. Before from mobile, I'm so angry towards him. Why angry towards him? Because I was so attached to the mobile. Why mobile? You have a mobile. No, Mom, you don't understand it. You gave me iPhone 6. Right? The one that Geshe has, this is brand new iPhone 16. See it? Japan. Brand new. No, still she's brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Mom, you not understand that. And then say, Mom, are you sure? It's a brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Are you sure? Yes. Is it really mobile? Is it really mobile? Is it mobile or real dream mobile? It's a dream mobile. You're getting it? You viewed first. So how the problem started? Why you end up in the prison? Is all the prison because of the fist fight, which is prison is samsara. Samsara because of the fist fight, which is the metaphor for karma, contaminant karmas. And this karma because of fist fight because of the attachment to the mobile and the aversion to kokil. Right? These two are afflictions. This affliction because of the afflictions because of the exaggeration of the quality of the mobile. Exaggeration of the quality of the mobile. That is inappropriate attention. And why did you have the exaggeration of the quality of the mobile? Because I view the object as real. Dream mobile as a real mobile. You're getting it? Okay, first you view the unreal mobile as a real mobile, one. Then you exaggerate the quality of the mobile, two. Then you feel attached to the mobile and aversion to your competitor. With this you end up in the fist fight. Thus you end up in the prison. You're getting it? So now if you look at this, all our problems, believe it or not, all our problems that we go through, this is samsara. This samsara is all because of our contaminated karmas. Karmas because of the afflictions, attachment, aversion, jealousy, and so forth. These are because of the exaggeration of the quality of the object. So, and then the other one is, this exaggeration happens because of seeing the unreal object as a real object. Okay, so what is now from this, did you understand a little bit about what is samsara? Where you experience the undesirable results. Experience of undesirable results, loss of freedom. Loss of freedom is samsara. And this loss of freedom is because of contaminant karmas. You understand what the contaminant karmas is? All the actions which we do, which result into samsara, they are the contaminant karmas. And the contaminant karmas because of the afflictions. Affliction here refers to the gross affliction. Afflictions is of gross and subtle, but this is a gross one. Attachment to things, aversion to others. This is the affliction. And affliction is because of exaggeration of the qualities of the object. Okay. So there are many issues coming up because of the things like online dating. What is online dating? Where you put up a photograph and you filter that. What is filtering? Hey, I'm not saying that you're doing it. I'm saying this is what is a common feature, the common thing happening. Filtering your photograph, filtering. Huh? Yes. So, filter the photograph and put it as your profile. And people feel attracted. Filtering the photograph, this is creating an exaggerated quality of your beauty, of your youth, whatever. You are exaggerating the quality. That is the inappropriate attention. And then the mind is pulled. Attachment happens. Then you keep writing, action, karma. Keep writing. And then what happens? You meet. You meet and you see this very different person. And the next day, divorce. Samsara. You're getting it? Yes, it happens. Oh. Very tiring. It happens. So now precisely, you know samsara in a vague sense. You know contaminant karmas, you know afflictions. Now, what is inappropriate tension? We need to have a clear understanding. Inappropriate tension is a mental state which exaggerates the quality of the object. Let me repeat it. Inappropriate attention is the mental state which exaggerates the quality of the object. Say you have a disagreement with person A, and then you exaggerate all the bad things about the person A. So like the person is like a devil. So this is where all our afflictions arise. Exaggerating the good qualities, it gives rise to attachment. Exaggerating the bad qualities, it gives rise to aversion, anger, and so forth. This is extremely, extremely sad. And this is how afflictions arise. So therefore, usually say the anger issue, anger, and so forth. So there, let us see. There is exaggeration happening. In other words, involuntary pull and involuntary push happens. What is attachment? Attachment is involuntary pull. This is attachment. Okay, tell me, what is attachment from your point of view? Anyone, quick. What is attachment? Anyone? Craving. What is craving? Okay, which you have to do. For example, say, I want to become Buddha. I have to become Buddha. This is craving? No. Okay. No. Anyone else? What is attachment? Ashiji? How do you interpret attachment?
Attachment will be something different from material craving.
Okay, so attachment to cheesecake? Is a craving for material or not? Oh, it's not attachment. Okay, are you sure, Ashiji? No attachment to craving. No attachment to no attachment to material things. So with cheesecake, you cannot have attachment. But even the professors, when we attend conferences, even the professors, they say that I cannot resist my attachment to cheesecake. Okay, what is attachment? Jigme, okay, here, this is Jumla. Huh? Mother's love, this is attachment, okay. Okay, here. Oh, that's interesting. When the happiness that you're seeking is dependent on something, and then you want that. That is attachment. Okay, I say wanting to become a Buddha, or wanting to help a poor person. You feel happy, dependent on the poor person. If the poor person is not there, you cannot help. But what is said is quite profound. I really appreciate it. Anyone else, what is attachment from your point of view? Leon, what do you think? Oh, suffering change. Suffering change is the object. Attachment is the subjective attitude to the object, right? Or maybe Leon is saying attachment is the mind which is glued to the suffering change. Okay, that means, Okay. So that your mind feel glued or attached to the suffering change, what is the mundane happiness, so that is attachment. Feeling close to the mundane, oh, that's interesting. Feeling close to the suffering change or the mundane happiness, that is known as attachment. That's quite interesting. Okay, Diptangshu. Okay, let's say attachment to cheesecake. How do you describe it? In what way secure? Okay, can we be attached to the cheesecake or not? It depends on what? So some people, they go for the window shopping, right? They don't taste it. So I like to do window shopping, no taste, right? But you feel sweat. This is nice, this is nice. You feel attached to everything in the window, right? So you're not tasting. Okay. So what exactly is attachment? This is my question. You are talking about the characteristics of the attachment. You are not talking about the what is attachment. Okay, chalo twin sonda. Involuntary pull, involuntary attraction to the object is the attachment. This is the best definition. You getting it? Same. The say pull towards the object can be positive also. I want to help the people. I want to help the people. This is very positive. It's very positive. I like to help people. I like to become Buddha. Very positive. I like cheesecake. This is actually, there's an element of weakness there. This is not a strength. There's an involuntary pull there. Involuntary pull. Whereas if you really understand the benefit of helping somebody, and oh, I want to help the people so that I will become popular. That is more attachment. It's not really like the benevolent thought. It is for your popularity. This is negative. This is attachment. Whereas to see the other person happy, to see the poor person, the poor child happy, I want to help this child. I want to help this poor child. That's very kind. This is not involuntary pull. Okay, so in other words, this involuntary pull is attachment, involuntary push is the aversion, and to make it even more precise, some people ask, what's the difference between the mother's pure love to the child, and the mother's attachment to the child? What's the difference? Oftentimes people ask this question. You getting it? Okay, let me be very quick here. Love towards somebody means feeling close towards somebody driven by selfishness. That is attachment. Feeling close to somebody driven by selfishness, that is attachment. Feeling close to somebody not out of selfishness, that's a pure affection. This is distinction that we can make. Very good. Okay. Now what I'm saying is that the inappropriate attention. What is inappropriate attention? A mental state which exaggerates the qualities of the object. You getting it? So this is where what creates all the afflictions, the attachment, aversion, jealousy, everything's created by this. And this affliction then gives rise to the actions, and actions give rise to the miseries. Okay. So, now, if you don't want to suffer, what should we do? We should stop the. If you don't want to be in the prison of the dream, what should you do? You should stop fighting, fist fight. If you want to stop the fist fight, what should you do? Stop having competition with the competitor, kill, and don't have attachment to the mobile. Not to have the attachment to the mobile, what should we do? Don't exaggerate the qualities of the mobile. How not to exaggerate the qualities of the mobile? Know that the mobile that you are seeing is not a real mobile. You're getting it? And how to realize that the mobile that I'm seeing is not a real mobile? How to know that? Hey, Shrikant, say it again. How to see that the mobile that I'm seeing is not a real mobile? Wake up. You getting it? Wake up. So therefore, the Buddha is known as the fully awakened one. You getting it? So we need to wake up. Wake up and all the problems solve. You stop viewing the dream mobile as a real mobile. Without which you will not exaggerate the mobile, right? Say, in fact, Jabin feels a little shy to say brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max, right? You will not have to exaggerate it. If you don't exaggerate it, then the attachment to the mobile will not come. If it doesn't happen, an attachment is the creator of the rest of the destructive afflictions. If you don't have the attachment to the mobile, you will not fight with kill, right? Aversion will not come. If you don't have this, then fist fight will not happen. Without fist fight, there's no basis for you to end up in the prison. So you're freed from prison. This is how this mechanism, how we can possibly get into samsara and how we can get out of samsara. This is it. So therefore, all the miseries that we go through, any mental pain that we go through, any mental pain, physical pain that we go through, should necessarily, because of the contaminant karmas. And these karmas are necessary because of the afflictions. And afflictions are necessary because of exaggerating the qualities of the object. That is necessary because of viewing things as objectively real. You're getting it? So, knowing this, if you really want to stop the tears of samsara completely, what should we do? So, in samsara, that we continue to shed tears. If you want to stop the tears completely, what should we do? Stop the contaminated karmas. To stop the contaminated karmas, what should we do? Stop afflictions. To stop the afflictions, what should we do? Stop exaggerating the qualities of the object. How to stop exaggeration qualities of the object? Stop viewing things as objectively real. For that, you have to see the emptiness nature. Nothing exists objectively real. This is what we need to discover, the emptiness, the wisdom of emptiness. Once you have this is a permanent solution. Not only in this life, in the future lives. Till the end of time. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to have the fear that again, anytime I have to shed tears. No, all the tears stop. That's a permanent solution. So, this is something that we need to keep in mind. So, if, say, and where the contaminant karmas are there, continuously there, no matter what you do, no point. It's for this reason that finally, to really, the immediate, for example, say that you have some conflicts with your family members, you at the workplace, okay, you try not to act in a destructive way, not physically fight, not verbally fight, just stop these. Okay, I'll say our conflicts will be mitigated. It happens. But deep inside, still there's anger there within you, anger there with another person. But it doesn't really invigorate it. It doesn't really invigorate. That's also good. But it's not a permanent solution. And for the permanent solution of the two hands, remove the internal hand. What's the internal hand? Self-grasping ignorance. And if you succeed, there are two factors inside. How many external factors are there which creates problem to you? How many external factors are there? Infinite external factors are there, but no matter how infinite the external factors are, if the internal factors are removed, however forceful the external factors are, however numerous the external factors are, no sound of the misery stops. So what are internal factors? One is self-grasping ignorance, being in the dream. That's a problem. Being in the dream. Why being in the dream? Because of the sleep. Sleep is a metaphor for ignorance. Get away from the sleep of ignorance. That is to stop the self-grasping ignorance. And the other factor which accompanies self-grasping ignorance is self-centered attitude. You're getting it? So you get rid of one of these two. And of the two, which is more difficult to get rid of? Guess? Self-grasping ignorance or self-centered attitude, which is more difficult to get rid of? Shrikant, saying self-centered attitude. And Tinsipisola, self-grasping ignorance. Anyone else? Okay, how many of you say that self-grasping ignorance is more difficult to overcome? Raise hands. How many of you say that self-centered attitude is more difficult to overcome? Raise hands. Okay. So the answer is that self-grasping, self-centered. Let me say, self-grasping is pretty easy. Seeing the dream is real. Likewise, seeing things which are like dream, which are all purely subjective as objective. That is self-grasping ignorance. Self-centered attitude, there are two kinds. The gross one and the subtle one. Gross one is, we can say, self-referential ego. Self-referential ego. Which says that I am more important than others. This is the gross self-centered attitude. I am more important than others. I am more important. This is the gross self-centered attitude. And there is a subtle self-centered attitude. Gross self-centered attitude, they say we can remove them even before you realize emptiness. So gross self-centered, some people who are very kind, they are ready for the mother. Mother so kind to do anything for the child. Ready to give everything for the child. So gross self-centered attitude is not there with respect to the child. But self-grasping ignorance is still there. Unless we realize emptiness, self-grasping will never go away. And the subtle self-centered attitude, look, when it comes to subtle self-centered attitude, then they say this will be removed from the root only when you become a Buddha. Subtle self-centered attitude will be removed from the root only when one becomes Buddha. The Arhats, they have already removed the self-grasping ignorance, but the subtle self-centered attitude is still there. That's the reason why they are still yet to become Buddha. That is what makes them not to attain Buddhahood, because of this subtle self-centered attitude. Okay, so with this, yes. Okay, usually, look, this is a very important point. So His Holiness reaches which level and so forth. Okay, and if you tell me, it's my personal take that in classes and so forth, that Buddha said one thing. Buddha said, this is what the Buddha taught in English. It says, I and people like myself can understand who the other person is. Ordinary people cannot understand who the other person is. If you do try to judge the other person, this is the cause for your degeneration. So what he's saying is that we cannot judge. We cannot say anything. I cannot say anything about anybody else. So even if you say there is somebody who is doing this bad, that bad, and so forth, right? I have no comment. I have no comment because I'm nobody. You're getting it? I don't talk about individuals. I talk of the general things which will help me to improve, which will help the people who listen to me to improve. That's it, full stop. I don't talk about anybody else. You're getting it? Oh, he's on his way, raised. Oh, I heard about this person, very nasty, stealing, killing, doing this, doing that, and so forth. And so what kind of things that person is doing, that is his business. Recently in in one office, there's one gentleman, he came, and he saw me as a Buddhist monk, and he said that, hey, when I was in Japan, I saw a Buddhist monk who is eating meat. Right? This is not our business. I told him, are you vegetarian? Are you vegetarian? He said, yes. Then I told him, oh, we are same. I'm vegetarian. Right? If he's non-vegetarian, it is his business. Let him do. Whatever he likes, let him do it. Right? You're vegetarian, very good. I'm vegetarian, very good. Two of us vegetarian. Don't poke our nose in somebody else's business. Let him, if non-veg is bad, let him be bad. We cannot fix the world. But we can fix yourself. I can fix myself. Let us focus on that. Let us not focus on somebody else. Let us not poke a nose in somebody else's business. I told him. Again, he was saying the same thing. And I said, are you, again, I repeated. He repeated, I also repeated. Are you vegetarian? He said, yes, in a bank. It was in a bank. And I said, the people watching, two of us. And I said, I'm also vegetarian. You're vegetarian. Very good, very good. Right? Don't poke your nose in somebody else's business. He's bad. He's very bad. He's bad or good? He said, very bad. Very bad. Let him be bad. You're getting it? You cannot fix it. You continue to do good. And I'll continue to do good. Right? And then, again, he was about to say, and he said, I know what you're going to say. So he kept quiet. Right? Okay, so I don't poke my nose in somebody else's thing. So this is so important. Grow yourself. As, who was that? I think Priyanka, who said that do what you can do. In other words, in any ways, you cannot fix the world completely. World cannot be perfect, right? Do what you can do. And you say, where you can help the world. But don't add fuel to the world. Don't add fuel to the fire which the world is currently burning. Don't add fuel. He's doing that, she's doing that. Oh, how are you? What are you? If you are so perfect people will never say this. Right? The fact that you see something wrong there, you put on the dirty glasses. With the dirty glasses, don't expect Snow Mountain, Mount Kailash to be seen clean. You're bound to see the world imperfect. So the message is that let us not talk about somebody, what is his level, what is her level, what is this, that, and so forth. It's not a business. What is my level? Talk of that. You're getting it? Where am I? Self-grasping. Yes, now I learned all these. I've got a mirror to see ceasing karma, afflictions, is nirvana. Karma, afflictions arise from conception of thought, which in turn arises from the elaboration. Elaboration ceases wisdom enters. Wow. Just this is your homework. You're getting it? Let's focus on that. Okay. Having said this, from this now, know these things, then look, know these things, that all my problems are because of the contaminated karmas. And contaminated karmas are driven by the, finally, self-grasping, ignorant, self-centered attitude. Where the karma is operating, these two things are operating. Self-grasping, ignorant, self-centered, these two are operating. Self-grasping, ignorant, self-centered attitude, where are they? They are within me, not outside. You're getting within me. These two are the demons. If these two things are not there, I will not have to worry about having to shed tears. I don't have to shed tears. These are two things. So, once you are very convinced of this, then we apply the 5 ever-present mental factors. You're getting it? Say, for example, somebody abuses me. Somebody abuses me in public, you stupid, right? And then, okay, I feel a little hurt, painful. Now, how do I react? Either I said, you stupid, right? Ashish, you remember? Somebody says, you stupid, Ashishji, then what's your response? Most likely we'll say, you stupid. You're getting it? Either you react like this, you react, or you remain calm. Which way will you say, tell me, when you say, you stupid, are you accumulating negative karma or not? Other person accumulating negative karma, this is not a business. Are you accumulating negative karma or not? When you say, you stupid, you accumulate negative karma. And this negative karma will result into miseries. You don't want miseries. Now, from this, how should I react? This is the question. How should I react? So thinking about the 5 ever-present mental factors. You get it? Okay. Think about the 5 present mental factors. Okay. Let's say that, okay, now what's number 1? Contact. What's number 2? Attention. Okay. Somebody who? Jabin or who? Somebody or Jime. Jabin somebody tells me that Geshe, you're stupid. Right? Geshe, you're stupid. Right? Okay. Now, how should I do? Right? How should I react? Okay, I remember the class. You getting it? You remember the class. 5 ever-present mental factors. Okay, I come in contact with the information that Jabin is saying, you stupid. Right? You stupid. Okay, come in contact. And then I pay attention. He said, Jabin. Jabin is a very nice girl. She'll never say that. Right? She'll never say it. I pay attention. Discrimination. Yes, she said it. Right? And what's the feeling? Unpleasant feeling comes. Well, then the intention, I don't want the intention. I don't want the intention, doesn't want this. I don't want the unpleasant feeling. So to get rid of the unpleasant feeling, what will I do? I will intend to push the trigger of the unpleasant feeling. What is the trigger of the unpleasant feeling? Japan. You're getting it? But Japan is very powerful. I cannot push her. So mentally, I'll push her. I'll resist. I'll try to push. Mental push. It exerts loss, it consumes a lot of energy. You're getting it? It consumes a lot of energy. And so push, but you don't succeed. Mental continue to push, that is known as stress. So you feel so stressful. Now, okay, this stress, I don't want it. This is a pain. I don't want the pain. And the pain, now look, they said this is the 5 ever-present mental factors. On the other hand, we learn the 5 points by which the samsara operates. You're getting it? Now move to the 5 points by which samsara operates. Okay, I have this pain. This pain is because of the contaminant karmas. Contaminant karmas because of the afflictions. Afflictions about inappropriate tension, because of which the self-grasping ignorance. This is how the pain is coming. You don't think of the immediate cause. You think of the long-term cause through these 5 points. Oh, this pain, I don't. This pain, Jabin said, you stupid. I feel so painful. This pain, anybody else, next time, let's say, who? Sonam may tell me, you stupid, next time, right? Jabin may say, Geshe, I'm very sorry. Henceforth, I will not say this at all. Oh, now I'm free. No, next time Sonam may come. And Sonam may stop. And then, what, who? Then who? Otherwise, Gokul, right? Who's very gentle? He may be the one. When will that stop? It will never stop. So my pain will continue. If I don't want to have the pain, what I should do is that now, Jabin said, you stupid. This is the time I take the opportunity that all the future potential pains can be stopped. How? Say, before I react, I contemplate on the 5 points by which the samsara operates. So this pain, short term, immediate causes, Jabin saying you stupid. Long term, my own karma which I did in the past. This karma because of the afflictions, which in turn because of the inappropriation, because of the self-grasping ignorance. Okay, until I overcome this, Unless I learn how to overcome this problem, I'll continue to accumulate new karma, more suffering. So with this, I see that, okay, this is my own self-grasping ignorance. And they say, I can stop this pain on two levels, short term, long term. Short term, okay, let's say, what may term, look, now, so to remove this immediate pain, we think of the 5 ever-present mental factors. Say, okay, this pain, because of Japan saying me, you stupid, right? So my pain is coming, mental unpleasant feelings coming. Why is unpleasant feeling coming? Because of the one is unpleasant coming with the 5 ever-present mental factors. Unpleasant coming because of discrimination, right? And Japan said you're stupid. Right? Okay, now Japan said you're stupid. Now look, discrimination on that level. If I cannot fix this discrimination, the feeling will invariably be painful feeling. Then my mind will continue to resist. So I have to fix the discrimination. Japan, did she say that you're stupid? She said it, right? I cannot exaggerate. No, she said you're very nice. No, she did not say this. Is very different. At the same time, there are many. It's not only one way of looking at it. There are many ways of looking at it. Say, oh, she's so kind. She did not beat me up. She did not. She did not. She did not come with a knife, right? She just stupid. That's it. It's just a word. She's so kind. Otherwise, in other places, people come to beat me up, right? So she's so kind. But when you say she's so kind, she did not beat me. Pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling. Pleasant feeling comes. You're getting it? Pleasant feeling. With the pleasant feeling, you are angry, not angry. No anger. You're getting it? So the anger is under control by changing the discrimination. And this discrimination, for this, we need to, how to change this discrimination? Don't ever exaggerate. If you exaggerate, it will never work. So you have to acknowledge that. Japan said, you're stupid. You have to acknowledge that. She said it. But what is there? Simply because somebody said you're stupid doesn't mean that I should become angry. Right? Say, you can say stupid. Even the Buddha. Somebody said, Buddha, you're stupid. You don't know anything. You are a false teacher. So many people said it to the Buddha. And I shared the story with you. I did share the story with you. That the person kept to accuse the Buddha, criticize him, accuse the Buddha. And the Buddha remained silent, listened. And finally the person cannot repeat the accusation over and over again. So the person felt tired. And the Buddha said, oh, okay, you're done. Said, yes. And then the person said, now it's my turn. Oh, I will tell you a story. I'll not accuse you. I'll tell you a story. If you bring a gift from me, and if I don't accept it, what happened to the gift? He's very happy. Then it'll be left with me and I'll take it. Yes, all the accusation that you have posed against me, I don't accept it. Take it and keep it to yourself. So look, these are the different ways of looking at things. In other words, we should change the discrimination. You're getting it? Don't exaggerate what the thing's done. Somebody said, you're stupid. You have to know that person said, you're stupid. Don't exaggerate. No person does not say this. If you exaggerate it, your transformation will never take place. Instead, it can be more successfully done. The person amazing. He just said, I'm stupid. He did not come to beat me up. He did not come to burn my house. It's amazing, so kind. So there you see that your anger is under control. And wow, 10 years ago, I can't imagine that I can be such a person where my anger will be under control. Now anger comes under control. So this anger comes under control, you don't accumulate negative karma. So this without negative karma, in the future, In the future, the consequences, painful consequences, you'll be freed from such painful. Wow, now Japan is so kind. She helps me to stop all the potential future pains. She's so kind, so beneficial, so helpful. And furthermore, this is because of my karma. This karma created because of my selfishness. My selfishness is making this pain manifest, and I'm blaming Japan. Right? It's because of two factors. Japan, external factor, and my selfishness, internal factor, come together and explode into the pain. So, external factors, they're innumerable. Today, Japan stops. If she doesn't say this, somebody else will say. But the internal factor you stop at is stop for good. Wow, Japan taught me how to stop the internal factors. My selfishness is there. I'm so glad that she's been so kind. So what do you feel when you see that she's so kind to me? You feel happy to think of Japan or not happy to think of Japan? Happy to think of Japan. So when you see that, then anybody who harms you, you feel more grateful to them rather than feeling anger. When you feel great, all the selfishness is gone. Without the selfishness, the gross afflictions, negative karmas, all are stopped. All your future pains will be stopped. Then you reach to a point where, like the Buddha, crazy elephant was sent against the Buddha out of the tremendous control of his own mind. He said, all the monks, don't run, stay where you are. Buddha directly went to meet the crazy elephant. And the crazy elephant subdued. You're getting it? You reach to that level where when your mind is under control to such an extent, even the external factors will be under control. In fact, okay, so therefore these are the things that we need to remember. So the 5 points, how samsara operates, and the 5 ever-present mental factors by which to bring about change in our thinking and to manage our emotions. Yes. You can stop at level of discrimination, yes. Yes. Okay, so basically the thing is that say that the discrimination and the feeling and the intention, they're all so fast. Not only discrimination, feeling. Even this feeling and intention, even this is so fast. So fast. So, for example, let's say that this text which we're reading, 37 Bodhisattvas, so there's a mention that we practice these things before we are in the grip of the afflictions. You're getting it? The moment we're in the grip of the afflictions, we become crazy, we become insane. So before we're in the grip of these afflictions, try to contemplate on this and be mindful. When I'm under such situation, meaning when I encounter with somebody abusing me, with you stupid, right? Even they'll say, when somebody say like this, then I'll be mindful, I'll think about this. You try to practice it before you actually encounter with the situation. Practice it. And then when the situation arises, you may succeed, you may not succeed. Most likely you will not succeed. Again, come out, do the practice. When you calm, do the practice. Again, when the situation arises, then you become better. You getting it? Okay. So, for example, let me share with you the one anecdote of my teacher. One of my teachers, and he was a lifelong retreatant. In Tibetan, we call it Samba. Lifelong retreat. Learn it and a lifelong retreatant. And he was in the mountain meditating. And for the water, he has to get down. He passed away already. He had to get down with the jerry can. How many of you know jerry can? Jerry can? Okay, quite interesting. Okay. Ramuji knows jerry can. Yanjana, you know jerry can? Hey, the Sudarshana, no? You don't know jerry can. Okay. Priyanka, you know jerry can? You don't know jerry can. The Vivian? Which bottle? 2 liters? Yes. No, you describe. What comes to your mind when I said jerry can? I use the word jerry can. You getting it? I'm asking you what came to your mind. Container with this container like this? What size? 1 liter, 2 liters? This is not jerry can. Okay. So, okay. George, explain. That's better. Yes. Minimum like 20 liters. 20 liters, 10 liters, right? Huh? Yes, where the kerosene, petrol, and so forth. Okay, so the 20 liter, the what capacity jerrycan, he was bringing it down, fill it up, and then go uphill, put down, and then do his meditation, and the water that he was getting was from the school. The school so kindly made a separate water tap for the hermits. So he had to come down to school to get the water, fill that up, and this water tap was taken care of by the plumber, school plumber. And plumber happened to be extremely nasty person, extremely unruly, extreme, so short-tempered. Easily, so short circuit can happen. Then the poor hermit brings the jerrycan down, and then he would fill. And the plumber comes, and said, "You broke the water tap." I said, "Sir, I did not." "You did it." I said, "No, I mean it, I did not." I said, "You did. If you know who did it?" "I don't know." "So therefore you did it." Falsely accusing, abusing. Then my teacher, he was also very young, maybe like late 20s or early 30s. He also has muscle. He was said, "Okay, enough now. Enough. Get out of my way, enough," right? And then he left. And then he would take the jerrycan uphill, put it down in the small hut. I could still remember the small hut, mud hut. Sat down and meditate. And then he would ask him, talk to himself. "Hey, you guy, what did you do?" I went to get water, fetch water." "So what? Then what did you do?" "Then I met a plumber. Then what kind of exchange? So he was abusing me. Then what did you do? How did you react? How did you react? So, no, I'm so nice to him. And then what he did? He continued to abuse. Then what do you do? Then I said, enough is enough. Right? And then he would say, okay, stupid. My teacher's name is Jambal. Jambal, you stupid. This plumber is not claiming himself to be a hermit. You're claiming yourself as a hermit. You're claiming yourself as a Dhamma practitioner. He's not claiming as a Dhamma practitioner. And you are claiming yourself as a Dhamma practitioner. Dhamma practitioner means managing your emotions. Where is the managing emotions? Who are you? And you are sitting here as a meditator. What is that? This is all not correct. You are such a hopeless person. And then he was telling himself. Then he was, I'm very sorry. What sorry? Right? You are supposed to be the practitioner. Yes. So tomorrow I promise, let him scold me, let him beat me, let him kill me. I will not react at all. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. So tomorrow, jerrycan down. Again he comes. Again the plumber comes. Said, again you broke it. Okay. Hey, remember, you're a practitioner. You're the partner. Don't say he's not a practitioner. He's not claiming himself a practitioner. I'm claiming to be a practitioner. Okay, be mindful. Last night you said, let me beat him. Let him beat me. Let him kill me. I will not say anything bad against him. Look, we are not talking. Now this is, I can see the issue of, you have done it. You have broke it. Others you will tell me. You're not telling me anything. You are the one who broke it. You have to pay. You have to fix it. Say, no, sir, I did not do it. I did not do it. No, you did it. I don't know who else you did it. And you, the people in the mountains, you go there. And you end up nowhere. In the community, you don't work. You are lazy, so you want to go up. You don't want to work, so therefore you go up. You are like the rapids, you see like this. What is this? He's abusing everybody. And then his promise, again, and they said the anger flares up. Hey, man, stop. Right? Stop. Right? You think you have a muscle? I also have a muscle. We are like same age. Stop. Enough is enough. And the person goes away. Again he gives, put it down, and then sit down. Hey, Jambal, what did you do? I tried my best. And what? He was abusing me. And I still, I controlled myself. He was abusing more. Not only me, all the hermits here. So what did you do? Then I said, enough is enough. Again, look, yesterday he did not beat you up. He did not kill you. Yesterday you said, let him beat me, let me kill me, and I will not retaliate. And today he did not beat you, he did not kill you, but still you showed anger, you reacted. Yes, that's true. I'm very sorry. What sorry? Oh no, tomorrow I'll not. Henceforth I'll not. So same thing, it happened like 7 years. Finally, in the 7th year, he succeeded. No matter how abusive the person is, the plumber is, his mind is so calm, no anger, no reaction. Then, 7th year completion, he put the jerrycan, put it down, said, hey Jambal, what did you do? Oh, I succeeded after 7 years, I succeeded. Okay, so how did you succeed? No matter what he did, I did not react at all. Good. Do you feel compassion towards him? Oh, that I never thought about it. I never had compassion. You came here not just to remain like a rabbit, but to practice compassion. Where's the compassion? Oh, yes. So from the next day, then he started practicing compassion. It took another 1 year. Total 8 years. So it is not that easy. In real sense, to manage emotions is something that we have to struggle in a day-to-day life. On a day-to-day basis, we have to put effort. Okay. So the point is that what we are doing is that short term, long term. Short term, give reasons. Like he did not, I'm so lucky that the Japan did not beat me up, did not kill me. I'm so lucky. She just said something, some words, that's it. And you feel calm. But the long-term solution is you have to wake up. Unless you wake up, no matter what you do between the discrimination, the feeling and the intention, no matter what, till you wake up, your problems, the permanent solution will never come. You're getting it? So we have to look for the immediate solutions are very important. Meanwhile, the permanent solution is the only way to do that is wake up from the sleep of ignorance. Otherwise, simply by observing your senses, observing breath, observing your senses, not being reactive, this will not help you wake up from the sleep of ignorance. You're getting it? If this is successful, then the two teachers of the Buddha, Acharya Alarikalam, Acharya Udrega, they succeeded way higher than that level of observing and not reacting. But they are also, Buddha was not happy with these two teachers. One, he left to discover that the reality, that things are empty of objective reality. Till that point, Buddha was struggling to look for the solution. So his two teachers succeeded in a way higher than just observing your senses and not reacting. Way higher than that realization. Today, if the two teachers were alive, people today everywhere, these two will become so popular, with millions and billions of followers will be there. But the Buddha was not convinced. Only when he found the wisdom of emptiness, that makes him to wake up from the sleep of ignorance. At that point, he is referred to as the fully awakened one. Till that point, they say, no matter what, how calm you are, non-reactive, and so forth, still you are in the dream. Okay, good. Yes. Say it again. Okay, mixed emotions. So there, the first thing is don't manage. Don't manage. First thing is learn how to segregate the emotions. You're getting it? How to segregate. This happiness, this is sadness. Segregate emotions. And this is a very strong emotion, this is a mild emotion, this is a very gentle emotion. Segregate them so well. After segregation, then you manage. The positive emotions, happy emotions, happiness over the virtues, over the good things. That's good. Happiness over the bad things is very destructive. For example, feeling happy over somebody dying. Feeling happy over somebody not succeeding in life, that's very, very destructive negative karma. So we have to manage things. First we have to know the nature of the emotions, segregate them well, and then deal with them. Any more questions? Okay, we stop here. Okay. Yata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhisattvas Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhisattvas Om Gati Gati Paragati Samgate Bodhisattvas. Page 52, dedication prayers. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization that is in the prayers of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of 3 times, and to the upholding of the doctrine of scripture and insight. May in all lives free to force this merit, never separate from the 4 wheels of the Mahayana vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect in the 2 stages. From my 2 collections, vast space that I have amassed, from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the sheet waiting Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom eyes blinded by ignorance. Okay, let us make 3 prostrations together.